As I said, the left is becoming the fascist they claim to hate. Take in Brussels. The socialist left mayor there has actually sent the police to shut down a conference of right-wing people, including former Brexit leader Nigel Farage, former British Home Secretary Suella Braverman, Hungary's Prime Minister. I think there's a bishop in there even. I mean, unbelievable. And the reason this guy gave, public safety. Like whose? Although this mayor also said, well, he ended it by saying, oh, the right are not welcome in the city. Here's Nigel Farage.
That meeting, over the next 2 days, you've got the Prime Minister of Hungary, you've got a bishop, you've got members of the European royal families coming, leaders of parties that will win European elections in countries this year, in June, and yet, because they're questioning ever closer union, because they're questioning globalism, they're literally being shut down. This is like the old Soviet Union. No alternative view allowed.
Joining me from London is Patrick Christys, like Nigel Farage, a host at GB News. Patrick, this is just astonishing.
Yeah, I mean, democracy is dead in Western Europe, isn't it? The boys in blue were sent in by a raging red, and it was like something out of the Soviet Union. For anyone who had any doubts, I think, about leaving the European Union, that should have proven, I think, that we were right to leave. They did try, as you mentioned there, the oldest trick in the book of saying, we are doing this for your safety. We're doing this for public safety. But it wasn't really about that. You know, it was about deplatforming people who wanted to put things like national interests above the supranational, controlling immigration, lowering tax, national sovereignty, personal freedoms, and they can't have that in Brussels. And one of the mayors who was involved in all of this is Mayor Philippe Close, who's previously hosted an Iranian minister who's been sanctioned in the UK for human rights abuses. So he's quite choosy, really, when it comes to the kind of people he is willing to hang around with. And the Labour Party here in Britain, they were laughing at it. Now, given that they might be about to win the next general election, that should be a concern for people in Britain, that you could have 5 years of people who laugh, essentially, about people with wrong think being cancelled.
As I often say, you know, for so many people on the left, I'm generalising, but so many on the left, it's not the principle that counts, it's the side. If it was done to them, they'd be manning the barricades, but if it's done to their enemies, that's perfectly fine.